A sincere greeting goes to all the guests joining this one-day Taitung City tour. First of all, we will head to Taitung Seaside Park to see the wonderful blue coastline. Here also features driftwood as public art. Next stop is bicycling in Taitung Forest Park. You might meet wild birds anytime while biking on the road and lakeside. Further, we'll go to Taitung train station. Taitung Railway Art Village combines historic buildings, art, travel, and leisure. It's a variety of different cultural spaces. Later on, we will arrive at Shanyan Ecological Park, which has recovered lots of marine life by natural conservation. We can watch the beautiful reef and feed tropical fishes. Our next stop will be to the Jialuyan Recreation Area. Here you can enjoy the creative driftwood artwork. After a short break, we're taking you to the Beinan Cultural Park, which is the biggest hydraulic project in Taitung. It is also a biological water park. Next stop will be the Beinan Cultural Park, and here we will also introduce the Beinan underground excavations during the Neolithic period. Our last stop is to the cultural store at Ame to buy some gifts of Taitung. Hope you enjoy the happy vacation. Taitung County is located on the southeast side of Taiwan, on the verge of the Pacific Coast Highway and along the East Rift Valley. There you can see the different sides of nature: mountains, ocean, forests, and hot springs. Taitung has very rich resources in tourism. Taitung County is divided into Taitung City and 14 other towns. Since it's located in the east mountainside of Taiwan, it started developing later. Most of the areas haven't been developed yet, so it preserved the amazing natural scenes and the brilliant indigenous cultures. Those who live in Taitung are often related to the indigenous people and also the Hans people, who came to explore the area for more opportunities. These people have all been here for centuries. After the nationalist government moved to Taiwan, some retired military and their families, businessmen from the west of Taiwan, and the Hakkas from Pingdong, Liaotui, moved to Taitung. Because of these groups coming from everywhere, Taitung has become a multi-ethnic cultural society. There are 6 different indigenous groups in Taitung: Amis, Beinan, Rukai, Bunan, Paiwan, and Tao. The number of indigenous people in Taitung is over 30% of the population. Compared to other cities in Taiwan, you will find that most of the indigenous people live there. Taitung is well known for bonito and sugar apple, also the tea, pineapple, orange daylily, and roselle. The amount of the historical sites is also the most in Taiwan. However, its population density is the lowest in Taiwan, only 63.49 people per square kilometer. You can definitely say Taitung is a good place with scenic views and wonderful scenery. Taitung Seaside Park has a wide green land. The sea and the sky merge into one. The park features driftwoods. All of the wood comes from Typhoon Marakat and arrived due to flooding in 2009. Here the scenery is quite beautiful. In addition to enjoying the amazingly blue coastline, you can bring back unique and exclusive photos of the waterfront park in Taitung. Seaside Park features humanities, combining landscape and public art. There are walking paths, a theater, a square, a fountain, and public art. The space design is consistent with the endless Pacific Ocean, combining humanities, sea, cultural, and history, giving a new face to the Seaside Park. People can stay here to enjoy everything about the sea, feel this freshness of the sea. Taitung Seaside Park is a natural landmark. The landmark, separated to slope and ladder at each side, represent gathering 2 different powers. The rooftop is a circle, which means unity, and presents the endless life power that can establish and lift it. Symbolize the humanity, historic, and landscape of Taitung. Features a unique rooftop of rattan houses. The national landmark has different phase between day and night. In the early morning, it'll catch the dawn to start a beautiful day. The Yoki light is shining like a gemstone at night, Look forward to the sight of the world. It's also a great stage for art performances. Music and seashore merge perfectly. Come to feel the freedom of the music. Entry from the Mountain Sea cycle track at Taitung Forest Park, with a large forest and precious riparian wetlands in this area. Beautiful, peaceful, and a great green view with plenty of ecological resources. There's a naturally formed lake which is called Pipa Lake, which has been recognized as an important habitat for birds. The bicycle path is 10 kilometers long, which is a good place to watch the sea, sunrise, bicycling, and walk. It has a wide view. If the weather is good, you can even see Green Island from the seaside park. Taitung Forest Park, originally called Black Forest, because it grows casuarina, and it is a windproof for the whole area, which makes it also look all black. There are no man-made landscapes here. All you can see is the natural, comfortable viewing, full of green trees, which makes it such a great park. Bicycling here is very comfortable. Bicycle paths cross Casuarina district and connect to 3 lakes, forming a completely biological wetland. There are many species here. You will see in the natural biology and wonderful scenery. Enjoy this great time with nature. The old railway train station in Taitung discontinued on May 31st in 2001 due to the increased traffic of the South Link Railway. The hinterland of Old Taitung Railway train station obviously became insufficient. The Taitung government is pushing hard for recycling space project. Not only continue the railway culture, but also gather people to the space. The old Taitung station now turns to a variety of cultural space, which combines travel, art, and historic architecture, and it is called Taitung Railway Art Village. Due to the railway village is located in the cross of Zhonghua Road and Tiehua Road, also known as Tiehua Village. The wasted Taitung railway station has become Taitung Bus Station to integrate all bus routes and has 7 platforms. Taitung Station operating 3 themes, with Taitung Railway Art, Village Art Festival activities, the Railway Cultural Expedition, and the Tourist Center of Travel Information Services. Old station renovations, the former platform area was built. Taitung Railway Art Village retains the full and typical early railway station style, and there are 3 old cars remaining in show. The Taiwan Railway Warehouse has been made into Iron Flower Village. It's the first one exchange center which combines music, art, cultural, and market. We set different new features to the original 5 warehouses in the old station. Reposition development named 261, 253, and 275 warehouse. Organ and Black warehouse. They are named to commemorate the site of the old features and historic significance. The 80 years of history at Taitung train station has retired. The new Taitung Railway Art Village gathers all types of artists, art organizations, integration, and communication. Iron Flower Village was established by musicians and artists. You can say it's the music settlement of Taitung. Iron Flower Village is here for the music production. It gives a chance for the Aboriginals of Taitung to show off their talents, and we hope that it can help them grow financially and economically. The holiday market was established by farmers and handicraft artists, and there's weekend music and handicraft classes. You can buy some unique handicrafts in holiday market. Also the fresh local food. You would have a talk with farmers, listen to them to say the little stories about their production. You'll feel that art tinge surrounding when you come to Iron Flower Village. And it's the start of Mountain Sea Cycle. Not just the decorating inside the restaurant, even the cycle path has the symbols of Iron Flower Village. Iron Flower Village has different feeling during the day and night. You can see large amounts of lamps gathering like a sea from 6 to 9 p.m. It's like a party every night in Iron Flower Village. Taidong Railway Art Village was an end of the Taidong route, but now it has become a new star of Taidong. It contains rich potential and value for tourists. Fushan Fish Protective Area is located in Fushan Village, Taidong. It is in the south of Dulong Bay. Fushan Village Beach is 1 kilometer farther south, with a pretty view of the Pacific Ocean, with soft sandy beaches and a tidal zone. Here is the only one bathing beach in Taidong, separated by a beach area in the south side and a tidal zone in the north side. Fushan used to be a place with rich fishing resources, but due to overfishing, the situation gets harder for the fishermen. Therefore, local people started to have the awareness of fish conservation. After announcing the Fishing Protective Policy in 2005, also put a lot of efforts, it has been a successful repopulation of marine life park, with beautiful coral and tropical fish class, crabs, shellfish, and other sorts of marine life. The Shanyuan Marine Park is a tropical coral reef terrain, which is a reef coast with a rich ecology in its intertidal reef coasts. Thin soft sand on the beach with an open flat terrain. The water is crystal clear. The fish here are very friendly at high tide. You can feed the fish in the sea. You can also take a closer look at the rich marine intertidal creatures at low tide. It's the perfect place for family and where you can know more about the marine ecology. You can bring some bread to feed the fish, or you can just sit here to enjoy the peaceful moment watching these colorful fish. And remember, please don't bother them. The renewing of this town makes local people and the visitors closer, and that brings the different values of the marine resources. You can easily see the strong connection between human and the ocean here in Shanyuan. The Marine Ecology Park plays a key role on sustainable development and promotion of the marine ecology protection area. So far, the community will focus on long-term ecology protection, also to find an outdoor classroom providing both educational and tourist functions. The visitors can enjoy swimming with the fish and the awesome view under the water. The management committee was founded by a group of experts and local people. Their goal is to make the beautiful Taidong coastal area a rich ecological resource, and also the new tourist site Taidong Shanyuan Ecological Park sustainable. The water running upwards is near the old East Coast Highway, right next to the bridge of Dulen Village. It happens in the ditches of the farmlands on the roadside. It is because the ditches are parallel with the roads that go down. With the buildings on both sides, the inclination is greater than that of the flat. That gives us the feeling that the water is going up. The old saying goes, people go upwards and water runs down. The water going upward situation is totally against nature's rules, and that is why it is called a miracle. Next to the ditch stands a block with these words on it. The Shangliu Tribe Art Gallery is the most important part of the Shangliu workshop. There are both indoor exhibitions and also a stage for outdoor performances. Here they sell the special local products and the handicrafts made by the people who live here. All the products are handmade by the local people. This helps the Shangliu tribe introduce their culture to the tourists who come to visit. The The water running upward scene is very rare. All the tourists who come to visit are all fascinated by it. Jalulan is a well-known Ami tribe in Taitung County. In the Ami language, Jalulan means a place to wash your heads. The Air Force originally planned to use this place as a soil waste dump when they were constructing the Zhihang Base Airport. After that, it was taken over by the East Coast National Scenic Area Administration, and later it was developed into the Jalulan Recreation Area. Jalulan Recreation Area has beautifully landscaped grounds. There are also a lot of driftwood artwork here. The Jalulan Handmade Market is open during summer and autumn months. It always attracts the art enthusiasts. They gather together sharing their dreams and their lifestyles through the artwork made of natural things. You can easily see an appreciation of nature from their handicrafts. It is the place that combines both nature and art, a stop for you to rest at on your East Coast trip. It is definitely a very good place to take photos. In the Jalulan Recreation Area, you can look at the Dulan Mountain and enjoy the spectacular view during the daytime. But when it comes to night, it is the best place for stargazing while listening to the sound of the waves under a moonlit sky. Beinan Dazhen Water Conservation Park locates at the platform above the Beinan Dazhuan intake, which is a park that contains both amazing views and ecologies. With the goal of protecting the nature, Taitung Irrigation Association started to rebuild Beinan Dazhuan, wanting to make it a park, beautiful scenery. The Beinan stream is the biggest one in Taitung. It goes across 7 towns in Taitung County. We could say it's the birthplace of everything here, where has always been playing the most important role in Taitung. The Beinan Dazhuan is a drainage with flood prevention and irrigation function ditch. It covers the whole Taitung plain. It attracts water from Beinan Stream, the length of which is 9 kilometers long. It was established in 1898. After a lot of repairing, it finally ended all of the constructions in 1941. Later, the work was enlarged, and more immigrations moved to here. From the park, you can clearly see the little Huangshan and Liji Badlands. You might think yourself in a natural painting. There's a 1 kilometer length sidewalks next to the ditch. You can jog, talk, or walk, or ride along it. Beinan Dazhuan Park is planned to be a park with multiple functions: tourists, environmental protection, and water conservation. It's a very big park. Not only are there wooden gazebos, stone trails, large turf, ecological pools, waterways, water tankers, and other facilities. In the summertime, the breeze touches your face and the sound of the stream makes the park become one of the most popular sites in Taitung. The park was designed to fit the changing terrain, using the local stones to mock the environment, providing the animals and plants the most suitable place for them. The plaza in Beinan Dazhuan Park is free for the local people to use, holding harvest festivals and other celebrations, so that the public space and the residents will be connected. Most of the repaired dams have lost their original site, but the Beinan Dazhuan is the one that still keeps its style, and it's the most representative one. The ecological pool in the park turns into the most important place to recover water for plants and animals. Stunning scenes plus the educational environment contribute to the park. It's a perfect place for families. The Beinan site is at east-south mountainside of Beinan Mountain, Taitung, Taiwan. It is a representative historical site of the Beinan culture, which happened during the Neolithic period. The Taitung new train station's construction work started in 1980. This was also the year that Beinan site revealed itself to the world. the archaeologists suggested to build an outdoor museum on the Beinan site and continued the digging. In 1991, the area was planned to be the Beinan Cultural Park. According to the archaeologists, the Beinan site was active during 5,300 to 2,300 years ago. Among this time, from 3,500 to 2,300 years ago, is the most prosperous time. The site is over 300,000 square meters, which is also the largest prehistorical site discovered in Taiwan, also the most marvelous grouping graveyard site in Southeast Asia. Beinan Cultural Park is the first park with historical site also to be the archaeological site at the same time in Taiwan. It is absolutely the biggest and the most valuable site. It is famous for exhibiting the Beinan site. Tourists can get to know the digging process. The displaying is mainly about the graveyards and living environment in Beinan culture. Also the stone coffins and the living tools they used. So far, more than 400 coffins have been discovered. Also, the first homes built in the prehistoric period was unearthed. A large number of jade, stone tools, pottery were found. Moreover, production tools such as sickles, stone knives, and fishing sinkers were also excavated. The moon-shaped pillar is the landmark of Beinan culture, and it has been classified as a Grade 1 historical site. The pillar is originally a part of a house to support the beams. It wasn't moon-shaped originally. After years of weathering, flaking, the upper part was eroded to moon-shape. This is known as moon-shaped pillars. The Beinan Cultural Park covers 18 hectares. There's a wide lawn and paths that lead you to explore the park. Also, you can enjoy the Taitung City view with the lookouts. The park combines both educational meaning and fun. The most important is that it provides a very good example for us to know more about our history in Taiwan. Ame Cultural House is all about the locals and the Aboriginals. Showing the process of making rice cakes in the house, there are 7 subjects to describe the relationship between Ame tribe and millet. It helps you understand the interesting story about their rice cake. Besides the wonderful view, you can also enjoy the great food in the Ame Cultural House. The rice cake, originally called dulang, is a famous dessert made only for ceremonies. After Master Afa improved the rice cake, Ame rice cake had a variety of flavors. There is so much flavored filling in this skinny coating. The structure is soft but doesn't stick on your teeth. It uses the natural seed sugar instead of man-made sugar. There are so many souvenirs of Taitung in this house, and they are all made locally. Tourists who come to Taitung have lots of choices to buy souvenirs for their friends and family from the Ame Cultural House.